Hello all, and welcome to the next video here on the Onion Man's Rooftop Two-Headed Cow Caravan of Treasure and Sometimes Barter. I almost messed that up, but I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the third time I've tried to make this video. Something keeps messing it up. The first time I tried making this video, there was a bunch of noise going on outside. I don't know what was going on. And it was just bugging the hell out of me, and I could hear it in the video, and it was annoying. And the second time, I got almost to the end of the video, and got a extreme weather alert, and it stopped the recording on my phone. Fantastic. Anyway, third time's a fucking charm. Sorry, I'm just kind of mad about it. This is a continuation of the last video where I looked at some video game pickups I had, mostly local ones here in my town, and then a couple of the Simpsons games I got in the mail. These games are from a couple of different garage sales in Lubbock, Texas. Me and my sister took a trip down to Lubbock, Texas a few days ago. We hit up a lot of garage sales, probably like 9 or 10 of them. And there was two in particular that had a lot of video games, and I went and picked up a lot of video games, so hey. The first one, not the first garage sale we went to, it was probably like the third one we went to, but he had a lot of PS2 games, and that's mostly what I got was all PS2 games. But he had some PS2 games, and not a whole lot that I really wanted. It was like a lot of Maddens, a lot of NBA Live, NBA 2K, stuff like that. But he had some sets of games, which was cool. He actually had the first two God of War games, but they were way too beat up, and I didn't want to take the risk on them. And to be fair, he wasn't asking a lot for them, but it just, if they didn't work, and even if it was only just be honest, he was charging $5 a game, which to be honest isn't that bad actually, especially for what I got. But I just didn't want to take the risk, They were beat up. I was looking at them. They had a lot of scratches, even on the inner ring, which can lead to like cracks and stuff. I just didn't want to taking it off the spool. Didn't want to risk it. But what I did grab was some mix matches here, and I'll tell you what I mean here in a minute. First off, we got the Jak and Daxter Trilogy. He had all three. Funny enough, I never owned Jak and Daxter, but I have played Jak and Daxter. I have the remaster on the PS3, the HD remake, or not a remake, the HD version on the PS3. So I've played all three games, just not on PlayStation 2. But got them on PlayStation 2 now, so yeah. But there we go. No manual. I think it's Jak 3 that's the mix mash, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. There's Jak 2. Then we got Jak 3. Yeah, there it is. So it's a normal case with a greatest hits disc. My best guess is he bought a replacement disc or a replacement case. So there you go. But $5 a piece, that's pretty good for the Jak and Daxter Trilogy. Now, this is even better. $5 a piece for the Sly Cooper Trilogy. These can be kind of difficult to find. But, I mean, he was willing to sell them, so hey. They're all in replacement cases, but the discs are really good, so... Sly 1. Sly 2. Sly 3. Funny enough, again, like Jak and Daxter, I never owned the original Sly Cooper games, but I have played the HD versions on the PS3, so I have that. The Sly Trilogy or whatever, Sly Cooper Collection. Can't remember exactly what it's called, but I think it's that. But, there we go. Have them now, so fun. Next one. After that garage sale, we went to a couple more, and then towards the end, we found another guy who had a bunch of old games. Nothing too old, mostly PS1 and PS2, with a smattering of like original Xbox, which was your usual suspects like Halo, Halo 2. I'm still looking for Subs to Zombie, can't find it, but oh well. Anyway, I bought a lot of PS2 games and one Xbox game, and this is the guy that had the game that I said is rare and kind of hard to find. So I picked that up too, and we had to really negotiate on that one because all these games he sold pretty cheap, but he knew what that one was worth. You could tell. Anyway, first one up, Hot Shots Golf. No idea if this is going to be any good or not, but I used to have a Hot Shots game on the PSP, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe this one will be fun too. So, looks wacky, kind of dumb, so we'll see. Might test that out. Next one is a game I had never heard of. I mean, I've heard of it, but I haven't heard of the specific version of it. Call of Duty Big Red 1. I've played the original Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty 2. I played Call of Duty 3 on the Xbox 360 a lot. I've never seen this one, Big Red 1, whatever it is. My guess is it's some kind of, like, I don't want to say an expansion, but like a separate Call of Duty 2 game, like a spin-off, offshoot, maybe, I don't know. But it says it's the collector's edition with like this metal-y foil black and white cover, but I'm guessing it's probably not worth much if it's like randomly just there. Anyway, next one, another war game, Medal of Honor Vanguard. I've played a lot of Medal of Honor back in the day. My favorite one is Pacific Assault. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I've played a lot of Medal of Honor. I never played Vanguard. I think this is kind of towards the end of Medal of Honor's heyday, before they just tried to make it Modern Warfare and ruined it. But yeah, went ahead and picked this up. I don't know, just looked like it might be kind of fun. Probably short too, so probably a game to put in and play in one night and call good. The next game is a game that I played, but I never owned. Lord of the Rings The Two Towers. And I know what you're thinking, a licensed movie Lord of the Rings game must suck. No, it's actually really good. This one and the sequel, Return of the King, are both really good games. They play really well. They're pretty standard beat-em-up hack and slash, but they have a lot of RPG elements in it, like upgrading your moves and stuff. And they followed the movies really well. This one does the first two, Fellowship and Two Towers, and then the Return of the King game only follows Return of the King. So you'll get all three movies in the two games. There is not a Fellowship game. Well, there is, but it's not. There's a really crappy Fellowship game out there on PS2, but it's not movie-based. It's the book. And I've not heard good things about it. So, but yeah, I've played these games. I rented them a bunch from Hastings. We had two stores. We had Hastings, and then we had Blockbuster. Yes, we had a Blockbuster. Blockbuster, I only ever really rented like N64 and PS1 games from there, like older games that they kept around. Hastings, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, 360 later on. Yeah. So like modern disc games, Hastings. N64 and PS1, Blockbuster. That was kind of the way it went. But yeah, this, I always got it from Hastings. I remember when the Return of the King game came out, I got that from Hastings. I think I rented this one like 3 times and eventually beat it. And Return of the King, I feel like I rented once because it was like shorter. Might be wrong on that. Either way. Box is beat to hell, but the disc was really good. So. Next up, we have another game that I had but got rid of. Area 51 on the PS2. This is a great game. Underrated as hell. One of the best horror shooters you will find. Like, I'd put it above Doom 3. Like, well, because Doom 3 is not really even a Doom game. Let's just be honest. But, yeah, I love this game. This is a great game. I think this was co-developed by, or co-designed by John Romero. Either way, highly underrated. I remember the sequel, Black Site Area 51, being really bad. I had that game. It sucks, but this one's really good. It has a great voice cast, too. David Duchovny's in this game. Marilyn Manson. I want to say Powers Booth is in this game. I can't remember, but I think he is. Yeah, really glad to have it. I had it, got rid of it, and always regretted it. Next one. This is going to be interesting, the only Rockstar game I never had, and that I've never played. Bully. Don't know why, it never appealed to me. I was really big into Grand Theft Auto. I love The Warriors, that game is fantastic. I love Red Dead. For whatever reason, Bully never quite caught my attention the way the other ones did. I don't know if it was just because of the setting, like you're a kid in school and stuff or what, but it never really resonated with me. But yeah, pretty sure this is a replacement case. I don't think any Rockstar games have logo sticker residue from a Madden game or whatever the hell that is. Still though, it's got this cool like engraving thing on it. Came with the map. Yeah, so I'm interested to play it. Like, I've always wanted to, I just always kind of hesitated. But, yeah. Cool. This one, I paid a little bit more than the other games. Outright, I'll just say, well, I'll hold off on what I paid because that other one's going to be kind of whatever. Next game. This is another game that I had, but I had it on the PlayStation 2, actually. Sold it, and I can't say I regretted it. It's like, it's not, because it's not the greatest of games, but I did always kind of want it just to have. And this guy had it, but he actually had it for the Xbox, and that is The Thing. Yes, The Thing had a video game with a hit song, After Me by Saliva, WrestleMania 18 and WWE flashbacks there. My Saliva was 18, right? Or was that Drowning Pool? Oh boy. It's like the 5 bands of doom for WWE. Saliva's one of them. Anyway, yeah, it's a decent game. I can't say it's great by any means, but the story's okay. It's actually a sequel to the original John Carpenter movie. Gameplay wise, it's not bad. It has a really cool mechanic where you can like test your teammates to see if they're the thing or not. And it's kind of got like a little bit of a paranoia meter to it. The AI for the enemies is atrocious. It is really bad. I think that's what hurts this game the most, is the bad AI. But, again, I had it on the PS2, got rid of it, saw it, and just thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it. And last game. This is the game that I said was rare and hard to find, kind of. I'm sure you could go on eBay and find it, but it's going to be pricey. Now, before I do that, I want to preface this by saying all of these games, except for Bully, Homeboy wanted $3 a piece. Cool. Totally fine with me. I thought that was fair. Bully, he wanted $5. Fair. Totally fair. Came with the map and everything. Sure. Then I saw this. And it was funny because, like, when I was going through these, I had asked, I saw this game, and was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, like, is he going to want $5 for that too? Because if he is, that's a steal. And when I took all the games up to, like, pay, no, he knew what he had. He knew this game was worth more. So I had to kind of haggle with them. Eventually, I paid $30 for it. But it's in fantastic shape. I think he kind of knew what it was worth and everything, and he kept it in really good shape. But, again, it's a game I had. I bought it at the end of high school. I played it a lot during college, and when I was out of college, I sold it. And it's, to this day, my biggest regret gaming-wise of something I've sold. But now I have it again. I didn't have to pay too much for it. Again, $30, a bit pricey for an old PS2 game. But when you see it, I think you'll know that it was a pretty good deal. Haunting Ground. Yeah. Haunting Ground can be really pricey. It's from the same people, I believe the same... Ooh, as I almost just wreck everything here. I believe it's from the same people who did the Clock Tower games. It plays a lot like a Clock Tower game. It's basically a different version of Clock Tower in a lot of ways. Look at that dog. He's so happy. He just looks happy. She looks scared. He's happy. Anyway, it's a great game. A lot of puzzle elements, a lot of running away from enemies chasing you. All kinds of great stuff. There's the back. One of the most underrated, like kind of overlooked and really good horror games ever. But like I said, he knew what he had. When I bought Haunting Ground in high school, I think I might have paid $20 for it. And even then, like, to me, that was kind of pricey. And homeboy just straight up he was like, yeah, $50. I was like, whoa. Like, hold on here, dude. And eventually we kind of met in the middle at 30. And then I was looking it up on eBay, and like, it's a pricey ass game. Like, $30 to me is a steal. So, hey. But yeah. And it's in really good shape. There's like hardly any scratches. Like, he knew what he had. Like, he really took care of this one. Yeah, so there you go. And then he had a lot of other stuff. Because I was like, you got any more games? And he was like, yeah, but it's not stuff I'm going to sell. And he pulled out some like really rare games. He had like a lot of really rare Super Nintendo games. He had a copy of Chrono Trigger. He told me he had Earthbound, but that he couldn't find it. And I thought, like, dude, if you have Earthbound, you better know where that is. But anyway, yeah, he had like a lot of randomly just kind of thrown out there games. A lot of import games that he wasn't going to get rid of, which is fine. I don't think my PS2 can play import games. But either way, yeah, he was getting rid of Haunting Ground, and I snatched it up. Can't complain at all. It was a good haul worth stuff. Cheap, fair prices. Haunting Ground I paid for, but like, if I didn't get it there, I'd be paying even more online. It was just kind of the way it works, the way the cookie crumbles. But that's going to be it. I mean, we got a lot of stuff. Look at that. Come on, get over here. There we go. Oh, no. I was trying to get it to like stay up. There we go. Maybe if I do it like that. Anyways, there you go. Yeah, a lot of stuff, but some good stuff, I think. Again, some games I already had, but I didn't have, like, that I got rid of. Games I've played, like the Jak and Daxter Trilogy and the Sly Cooper Trilogy, but I never had for the PS2. I played them on the PS3. And then you had, like, you know, Area 51, The Thing, you know. Again, games I had, but I stupidly got rid of. Haunting Ground being the biggest one. But I have it now, so yay. And that's going to be it for this video. You know, hopefully you get some more games. Because I'm always finding games at garage sales. I don't find a lot of toys at garage sales. But I always find games, and I'm still, you know, like, if you watch the last video, you'll know what I kind of look for. It's a lot of older stuff. Pretty much NES all the way to PS2, Xbox. You won't see me... I mean, I buy a lot of, like, PS5 and Series X now, but that's just because that's what's popular. Like, if you look at the back on the shelf there, that's what all that is. It's modern stuff. All my older stuff is in drawers and boxes. So, yeah, Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES, PS1, PS2, original Xbox, etc., etc. That's kind of the older stuff I'm looking at and trying to piece back together. In that video, I explained why I have to piece it back together, so if you want to know, go check that one out. But, yeah, I got rid of a lot of stuff at one point in my life, and it's kind of just like trying to piece it all back together. But thank you. That's going to be it for this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You do not have to if you do not want to, but I always appreciate anybody who does, and I will catch you guys in the next video.